Welcome back to yet another installment in this AAR series where we've been looking at tactical gameplay from top-down CQB planning games as well as first-person tactical shooters and platoon-wide tactical shooters, and then using real-world CQB tactics, infantry doctrine, and things I've picked up over the years and applying those lessons learned to these games so that we can become more entertained and informed as a result. Today, we're looking at a clip submitted by my buddy Sebastien Dubois, aka GFX. He is the developer of this indie game called No Plan B, which is in development right now. Its demo, or prologue, is available for free on Steam. I'll put a link in the description to that. You can also wishlist the full game on Steam. And it's a really cool game. It's similar to Door Kickers in plenty of ways, except it leans very heavily on a single plan kind of planning dynamic rather than active pause. And if you want to submit your clips for me to take a look at, you can do that on Reddit. The link to that is also in the description below. But let's go ahead and watch this clip all the way through. Check out what it looks like at full speed. Then we'll break it down piece by piece and call it a day. Here we go. That was an awesome clip from Sebastien. Appreciate you submitting it, buddy. Let's take a look at this piece by piece, and we'll kind of draw on this thing and figure out what all is going on. So first thing I notice here is we've got a two-man stack entering and clearing a room. This is just a this is just a hostile elimination. So it's a terrorist hunt style game mode. What I notice here is we have one man with an MP5. He's our two-man. We have another man with a shotgun. He's our number one man. Our MP5 guy looks like he has two flashbangs, and you can see our plan is already traced out on the floor. It appears as though the plan here is for the number one man to open the door, the two man to get a bang through the door. The door we're looking at is it's a large two-panel door. The hinges are on the external, and they are going to open from the center. The door handles are each located in the center. Whenever we open doors, we don't want to reach across the fatal funnel. The fatal funnel is basically this entire space as created by this big door area, because we know that anyone inside, as soon as they detect that someone's trying to come in, is going to direct all of their fire from these corners of the room and the center of the room towards this door. That's why it's called a fatal funnel. It's funneling that lethal response from the enemy inside towards it. So if we're approaching a door like this, we don't want to cross like this shotgun guy is right now. We don't want to cross this threshold. So if we say that this door jamb or this hinge right here is going to be our shotgun guy's limit of advance, so instead of him coming across that threshold, what I'd rather see him do is stand back really where this guy is and maintain security on the door from that location. Next thing I'd say is at some point, because of where the door handles are, you are going to be forced to come towards the center and push this door open. Interestingly, Sebastien has chose to cross that first door altogether and push the far door over here. I would much have rather seen him press this the near door, because that way he's not stepping all the way across this fatal funnel and exposing himself to direct fire for the duration there. Alternatively, because of where these door handles are positioned, I would not want to go through the door handle at all. I would instead want to go explosive probably in here and avoid that door handle altogether. And I'd probably look to put a flex linear charge over here, which is a cutting charge, and put that flex linear right there, defeat the door nearest where I presume those hinges to be, right here and right here, which would allow me to go explosive, get a lot of violence of action, and get into this space a lot easier. And then the final thing I would say here before we continue is we're clearing these buildings with a shotgun. I've seen law enforcement do this a lot. I've never been trained to use a shotgun on purpose as a weapon during CQB. A shotgun is a tool to get you into places that you otherwise cannot access. And, I'm sure it's a weapon. You can kill people with it, but it's a tool first. And it kind of freaks me out to see a guy up here with a shotgun as our number one man. I would much rather prefer this submachine gun that is capable of firing semi-automatic and fully automatic and 9mm Parabellum from that MP5. So that's all I see here from this initial look. Let's see what happens next. All right, all is expected. Banger goes off. As soon as we go in, we can now kind of see how Sebastian has this thing traced out. We would call this a center fed room based off of where this door is, because it's not in the corner. It's not right here. So it is a center fed room. On a center fed room in a 2-man clear, first man takes 1 wall, second man takes 2 walls. So we'd expect our points of domination. If the 1 man right here is the guy with the blue trail, I would expect him to clear this corner and then press all the way into this corner. And then our 2 man I would expect to come into this corner. And from these locations, I would expect their sectors of fire to look like this. And that would cover the entire room. I would expect them to clear the center of the room on initial entry. It looks like that has been arranged for. We do have 1 enemy combatant that's been dazed by that flashbang. So I'm not seeing any issues at all here. A sound entrance, despite it being a large room, only 2 people, and leading with a shotgun that makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. All right, so once again, we're looking at another one of these wide doors. Same thing with our door handles in the center, and then the door split right down the middle. You can see here he's already asked this assaulter to come in pre-po on this side. That's the right call. We definitely want to stack on the right side of this door because there's not enough cover over here on the left side. So we want to go 2-man stack on the right side. That's going to give us the best angle possible in here, and it's going to prevent someone standing here from being exposed and unable to break contact. Because if you imagine this door swings open and there's an assaulter standing here, and all of a sudden that assaulter is able to be engaged from that entire angle, that assaulter's only option is to retreat deeper into this corner, which doesn't afford much cover. The other option would be to fall back, but the more that assaulter falls back, the more this angle gets open and even more dangerous, and that assaulter can then be engaged from this guy that we already see on the other side of the wall. So the decision to stack on the right side of this door appears, at least on face value, to be the right decision. All right, again, shotgun's throwing the door open. The MP5 is throwing the bang in there. We talked about it last time. I'm not going to hit it again this time. Flashbang goes off. First guy is dazed. Here we've got kind of a weird design, right? Because it's a corner-fed room, but it's a corner-fed room with a large obstacle in the center of it, that large obstacle being this that's creating dead space, so those assaulters are unable to see this person. In a corner fed room, I would expect my number 1 man to kind of button hook this way, and my number 2 man just to push short and then hold this corner. So number 1 man, I want clearing this corner right away and then collapsing, and it does in fact appear that that's what Sebastian is doing with this assaulter in blue. And then 2 man, I would expect to push here and then stop and hold this angle. And it actually looks like that's exactly what Sebastian has planned out. So let's see how it goes. Yep, holding that corner. All right, now here's the question. The weapon more apt at killing someone in a gunfight is this MP5, in my estimate. Not because this 12 gauge can't, but the 12 gauge is fired quite a bit, and it's a pump action weapon, as you can see right there. So it's just a slower rate of fire, not designed for the close quarters fight, as opposed to this MP5, which is absolutely 100% designed for the close range fight. Here, I think what I would do is get a handheld around this corner and then just allow this MP5 to finish pieing and allow this MP5 to be my primary shooter. And I'd probably just throw my arm with this shotgun guy, just break my wrist on this corner and put another banger in there. I think we're all out of handhelds, which is why that didn't happen. But what I would not do is simultaneously cross this threshold with my shotgun guy and with my MP5 guy, because by doing that, as we're about to see, that masks fires from my MP5 guy because he's unable to shoot past this shotgun guy. You guys are about to see exactly what I mean by that. See? Right there. Now my MP5 guy doesn't have a shot. My shotgun guy does have a shot, but the shotgun guy also has an AK pointed in his face, so he could very well end up getting himself killed by making that call. He doesn't. He's successful. And there we have it, folks. Sebastian, thanks so much for submitting your clip. If you guys want me to take a look at your clips, submit them my way. And hey, guys, remember, this is just for fun. It's just a learning and an entertaining experience. So, Sebastian, appreciate you being a good sport and having thick skin. Guys, if you enjoyed this, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel to show your support. And of course, you can become a member for as little as 99 cents a month. That goes directly to support the channel. I'm Controlled Pairs, and I play the most immersive tactical shooters and combat sims in the world. This is No Plan B, and I'll see you in the next one.